Hi, it's Kurt. What is this crazy man gonna talk about today? Well, Jesus. I'm a Jesus freak. That's fine. Uh, no, I'm not a Christian. I'm a pantheist. I'm a monist. I'm a follower of Zen Buddhism, although not completely. I'm a theist of all kinds. I'm a lover. And a skeptic. A very big skeptic. The only truths I hold to be true are that we are all the same and we are all special because we are different. That's what makes us special. But also, what makes us special is that we're all the same. So, let's get into Jesus. Jesus was a wonderful brown boy who tried to tell people the truth. Speak truth to power. That was Jesus. And he did. He got lots of people to see the truth. And um while the Bible makes adds embellishes lots of what Jesus did, I look at the Bible as a tabloid. Like I've never read it. But the Bible is basically a tabloid. Jesus was the famous person, and that's what it is. Like, but Jesus was a real person who was trying to tell people that they were all children of God, and to get baptized in the name of Jesus Christ is to um, have all the rights and privileges of Jesus. He was trying to show everyone that we were all equal and all the same and all children of God. And he's become this myth. But Jesus figures have existed throughout time. There are so many prophets to look to. Einstein was one of them. Bayard Rustin was one of them. Um, Lots of people. Kurt Cobain was a Jesus. Uh, there are tons of Jesuses. And, I mean, you don't have to be crucified on the dogwood tree to be Jesus. You just have to be willing to speak truth to power. That's all you gotta do. To let loose your inhibitions and become one with all that is and speak what's inside your innermost being. I I'm a supporter of all religions wholeheartedly because all religions were created for the purpose of um, one, explaining that which is unknowable by knowledge and allowing belief systems to occur, and two, they all point to the fact that we are all the same. We're all the same. And I know it to be true. I know that everyone's special and important, no matter what you look like or what you know. Everyone can be the Messiah. Free yourself from the burden of being. Free yourself from the burden of lies and the ego, because the ego isn't real. It's an illusion. It's a survival mechanism that the human body takes on in order to continue. That's all. That's what the ego is. That's what your personality is. It helps you exist in society, and society has become this monster where it oppresses, and it only wants one type of person. Only one type of person is seen as good in society, and that is absurd. Because what makes us special is that we are all different, and also all the same, and all worthy in our differences. And that is why radical love is so important. We have to love our enemy. Because if hate begets hate, it's impossible. It's impossible to uh, create an environment which is peaceful with hate. There's lots of oppression in the world. There's lots of people who are not treated correctly by other people. And it's not going to get better by hating the oppressors. The oppressors will just continue to oppress because, like, your truth is that they suck. So why would they ever take your truth? You have to say, well, you suck, but that's not you. It's just your ideology. And you have the ability to change your ideology. Help them see the light. Don't force them into the darkness. I mean, everyone's got a light inside of them. You just have to help them see it. The greatest good is for us all to come together as one and work together to shape the future. And that's how you do it. I mean, you need to make your truth heard, but your truth doesn't have to be hatred of other parts of the self, of other people, of other egos. Your truth can be radical love for your ego, for who you are and your identity, in the face of extreme hate. To love yourself, no matter what, is the most radical thing to do. To think yourself special and valued and important, despite how other people may treat you. That's the most radical thing to do. And to make other people feel the same, because they are extensions of yourself. And that's what Jesus Christ was trying to do. He was trying to unite people by showing them the similarities between them, showing them how they are all children of God. You cannot be transphobic and be a good Christian. You cannot be homophobic and be a good Christian. You cannot be racist and be a good Christian. That's against Christianity as a, as an ideology. Christianity states that we are all children of God. No matter what your race or creed or identity is, we are all children of God. We are all worthy. So it doesn't make any sense to say, I have religious freedom, I have religious liberty, that allows me to treat other children of God like shit. That isn't religious freedom. Religious freedom is the ability to love everyone, no matter what religion they choose. But that's not, like, you can't say, I don't want the Equality Act because of religious freedom. Because that's not what religion states. To be free religiously, you can't be a fucking cunt. An asshole. Sorry. I tried to reclaim that word, but then I stopped being a woman. So, anyway, I guess I wasn't even reclaiming it. It probably was a. I falter sometimes. I'm not a perfect human being, which is what people that are claiming religious freedom should probably realize in and of themselves. That's what this video is now about. It's about the fact that religious freedom does not mean that you can hate other children of God, especially if you are of the branches of Christianity. And you know what? Like Judaism, same thing. And Judaism, except for what's happening in Palestine, is normally pretty accepting to different types of people. It's just not as accepting to all religions, but that's fine. They'll figure it out, like everyone. And I don't think, like Bernie Sanders, for example, is a Jew that's fighting for the freedom of Palestine. So there are good ones. That's the last thing I like to say is that religions in and of themselves are not evil. They are frameworks for understanding the universe. That's all that they are. And you can take a framework, an evil person can take a framework and use it for evil. It's the same way that capitalism can be used for evil or good, communism can be used for evil and good, fascism could be used for evil or good. I don't think there's been many instances of good for that last one. But theoretically, maybe. Um, I don't really know what's that. This is where I'm completely lacking in. Yeah, I'm gonna say fascism cannot be used for good because it apparently is forcible suppression of opposition and dictatorial dictatorial power. Um, the only thing that cannot be used for both evil and good and only used for evil is any sort of supremacy. Fascism is necessarily supremacy, so it fails to meet that criterion. Um, Sorry if I don't know all your big words. Like, I just know people are like, fascism's evil, but they also say capitalism is evil, and capitalism isn't necessarily evil. It's just used by evil people in order to take all of the resources away from others because they're egotistical heathens. I really don't know why we got rid of religion. Like, religion goes hand in hand with science. Einstein said it did. To worship Einstein as a genius but not listen to anything that he says is kind of absurd, academia. Like, you guys are absurd. But anyway, that's for another time. One day I'll make a video about all of the things that Einstein said that academia totally ignores. Uh, but that's for another time about why I hate academia. Now it's just we should don't run away from religion just because evil people use it to perpetuate evil. Religion has a good side, and it's actually better than egotistic heathenhood, which is what atheism is. So religion gets you to a place that's good. I'm not telling you that all organized religions are good. I'm not of an organized religion. I'm a pantheist, but religions are not evil in and of themselves. They are used by evil people like Ted Cruz to preach religious freedom when what he's preaching for is hate, not religious freedom. He wants to be free to hate, but don't use religion. Because that's not what religion is about. That's not what it has ever been about. Jesus Christ would be mad at you. Jesus Christ would tell you, well, not mad, he would tell you that you are wrong. He would tell you the truth. That we are all children of God in all of our forms, and we deserve to be appreciated and loved in all of our forms.